we're about 18 miles north of Old Panama City. Drake left there when he had received news from a Cimarron that there was a pack train heading north. And it was headed by the retired treasurer from Lima, Peru, with his pension pot on the mule train, lots of gold. And Drake marched rapidly the 18 miles along this Camino Real, and it is a massive thrill to be standing on the original stones of the Royal Road. And if you look very carefully, you can pick up little souvenirs of the Camino, and I can keep this souvenir because hardly anybody knows where it is. Now I'm only here because Christian Strasnig, who you'll meet in the next part, has showed us from his research where the Camino Real runs. And years ago I photographed it down the road here, but we've got a new section to show you on the video, and it was in this area, the grasslands, the open plains, where Drake set the ambush to try to get rich from marching across the Isthmus of Panama. He had half of his men hiding in the grass on the right and the other half on the left. There was no overlap, so none of his men would be shooting at each other, because this was taking place about midnight. And there was a rider coming down from the north towards the south, and he heard one of Drake's men, who we know now as Robert Pike, who was slightly drunk, and he made a noise and his mouth was smothered by a Cimarron, but the rider galloped, and Drake knew that he'd been discovered because of the change of pace in the horse. And when the mule train did arrive, the Spaniards had known there was something afoot, and what they did, they sent a few mules in front carrying the food and a few bars of silver. And Drake was foiled. He robbed the mule train with a handful of silver, and he'd been discovered and betrayed by alcohol. And Pedro Mandinga, the head of the Cimarrones, said to Drake, "I repledge you my support, and I will take you back the way you came, or to get away from the Spanish, we can flee forward. We'll have to fight our way through the way station within 2 leagues of here, and we shall reach the north coast." So I'm going to walk up the Camino Real, and you will see behind me the long grass in which Drake would have hidden his men as he thought he was going to get rich. Thank you for watching this section. But it's ruined by the aeroplane.
You have to do it again.